Hey Cancer, I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be your love reading, Cancer. I am continuing with the love theme because we need more love in this world. End of story. Sometimes I wonder, and Cancer, you may be feeling this a little bit more intensely because your energy is that of home. Your energy is nurturing. You protect your home environment. You are known for that. And with home being Mother Earth, you could also be picking up or being sensitive to the energy of what is happening on the planet right now. So that was a specific message for some of you. Jupiter just went direct in Gemini and it's approaching your sign, Cancer. So Jupiter being a very expansive planet, and thank you, Dylan. If Dylan, my personal trainer, asked me this question this morning about something he found on social media referring to Cancer having to act immediately on March 11th because some portal or gateway would be opened. But what's actually happening is Jupiter is finally direct, well, again, direct in Gemini, and will be exalted in Cancer on the 2nd of June. So it's moving towards Cancer. And this means that you might feel a shift in your intuition, in your expansiveness, in your ability to sense and feel emotion, but also manage emotion. It has been quite intense over the past few months, actually. I thought that there would be some form, I didn't know what the fire horse energy would feel like, but I was hoping that it would feel like a reprieve of some sort from the releasing that we had to do in 2025. But it feels probably more intense because I haven't released everything that I needed to have. So you might be feeling this energy as well, Cancer, being a very sensitive sign. And then with the full moon in Virgo last week and the eclipse, that was also an intense period. So let's see what's going on for you, Cancer. Only messages of love and light. Negative energy must leave the space now for the sign of Cancer. Just remember, Cancer, that not all messages are going to resonate for you. Take what resonates and leave the rest. There's some guarded energy here. And it's relating to an ending. It's relating to karmic lessons. This could have been a karmic relationship for you, where it was a tug of war, a push and pull. You know, at some points you were the chaser, at some points you were the runner, is what I'm feeling. This runner chaser energy, predator prey energy. Not in the primal sense of predator prey, not in an unhealthy sense, but in the sense of runner chaser. What is happening right now is this cycle is being closed out or has been closed out. And Saturn, this is Saturn, the card of Saturn, the world, Capricorn. You have taken the lesson from whatever this is, Cancer. And now I think because it was a difficult lesson that you are feeling a little bit guarded right now, which makes sense. But you are also resilient and ready to move forward and ready to tackle, if the similar energy comes up again, ready to exert or assert your boundaries. I do feel that there is a lot of resilience that you have built up. You are ready to move forward again. Excuse me. In fact, all of those ones behind her, this is the wounded warrior. Those ones are all lessons. They are all, examples of relationships or situations or events in your life that stand behind you and have made you the person that you are. And you are integrating this. There's some defensive energy though as well, Cancer. You could be protecting your boundaries. I don't know if this person has been trying to reach out or but there's a sense of having boundaries as well, and also 0 to no tolerance for anyone that is trying to interfere with your peace and with your space. I don't know if you noticed how the light just changed there, Cancer. Wow. That's a lot, but we'll take it. There could be some traveling here for you, Cancer, but I feel like it's more moving towards calmer waters. And that means avoiding conflict, avoiding people that don't reciprocate, avoiding harsh energy. This could have been, you could have had a communication or conversation where it was reactive or the communication was harsh. You are moving away from that. It does feel like you are tired of being the one that's overgiving and not receiving anything in return, or being used is what I just heard. Sometimes you get the sense that you are being used because of your kindness and generosity of heart. Intuition is going to expand exponentially over the next few months for you, Cancer. You might find yourselves also taking on a very nurturing role for someone, maybe for family. Excuse me. That almost, I don't know if you can see that, Cancer, but there's like a white smear, or I don't know what it is, on my window that looks like a giant python. Looks like Kaa the snake, because there's the head there, and there's the head there. This video is mirrored, so it's difficult. There's the head, like Kaa's head, and then the snake's body. That's interesting. And it's on my left-hand side, which is the feminine side. There is something about you also noticing signs and synchronicities right now, Cancer. And to trust and follow those signs and synchronicities. Yeah. Heart space. So keeping your heart space open, which is very good. Even though we go through a heartbreak, it's important not to trap those emotions. It's important not to resist those emotions from flowing, and that's what keeps the heart space open. When we resist, so the processing of emotion is something triggers an emotion, you feel the emotion, you recognize what the emotion is, you acknowledge it, and you release it. And tears release oxytocin, they release hormones that physically calm the body down. So there's a scientific purpose behind tears as well. Now imagine that you are trapping that energy and you are not allowing the flow of the emotion. What happens is you can create a layered heart wall compound, or a heart wall that builds up with these trapped emotions. You can create compound emotions where events build on each other, and then it starts affecting your your energetic vibration and frequency, because every single organ has a certain vibration, a certain frequency, and when that is not in balance, it can cause disharmony and dis-ease in the body itself. So even high blood pressure, nervous system regulation, all of that is dependent on release of emotion. So it's important, in order to keep the heart clear and to keep the heart open and ready to receive again. You can imagine if your heart has an energetic heart wall that is filled with trapped emotion from every experience or trauma you've suppressed, whether it's small t or big T. That is like a castle around your heart, a fortress. And nothing can get out, but nothing can also get in. So very important to keep your heart space open there, Cancer. And allow emotions to flow. Allow emotions to release when they need to. And also be mindful of your boundaries. So boundaries are important. Queen of Swords energy, Libra energy, communication, honesty, healthy and respectful boundaries. You can still keep your heart open while maintaining healthy and respectful boundaries. The two things do not have to be mutually exclusive. In fact, unhealthy boundaries is when we consciously and deliberately close off our heart space so that no one can get in. That's not a boundary, that is a defense mechanism, and it is a wounded reaction, or how do I say it, a defense mechanism that is not there. Well, it's there to protect you for a while, but it doesn't in the long run. It's a primitive or primal reaction that we have when we want to protect ourselves, like a turtle going into its shell or a tortoise going into its shell. But that's not always protective. I mean, it can be situationally protective, but in the long run can cause dis-ease and imbalance and harm. King of Swords, so we have a couple here. There might be a conversation that is coming to you, Cancer. If there are unspoken words or unspoken things that haven't been said, there's a wise communication coming through for you and someone else. This could also be a couple. So King of Swords is Aquarius, Queen of Swords is Libra. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Libra, you don't have to be. But what I like about the King and Queen pairing is that it's an evolved energy, it's an evolved communication. So it's not reactive, it's healthy, it's respectful. And, even though the King and Queen of Swords are sometimes, can appear aloof or can appear cold, it doesn't mean that their heart center is closed off. It just means that you are coming from a place of intellect and from a mind space and from a thinking space. and therefore pulling back the emotion, pulling back the intensity of it in order maybe to have a conversation, to have a balanced and a healing conversation. Because sometimes if the emotions are running high, it's not possible to communicate effectively. Somebody could be spying on you, Cancer. But I do also feel that this is about acquiring or the acquisition of new knowledge. If you've been wanting to do a course or learn something new or explore something new intellectually, now's a very good time to do that with Jupiter in Gemini. Or someone could be spying on you. Missed opportunity. You do feel like there was an opportunity that was missed in the situation, and it has been causing a sense of boredom and a sense of numbness, Cancer, that, there was a point that you didn't even want to consider the enjoyment of life and the usual things that used to keep you entertained or keep you feeling alive and joyful and happy. Those things are no longer seeming to work. And for a period of time, you were feeling, a bit drained, a bit uninterested, bored, and numb, really. But that energy is shifting. This could also be a missed opportunity with this person where you feel that, it could have been something amazing, but it feels like the person that you are also dealing with has some emotional maturing to do, or emotional growing up to do, Cancer. That could be you as well. You are going to find yourself being recognized also, for some of you. But also this is about celebrating your sense of self and finally acknowledging and embracing, who you are without having to apologize for it. That's what I'm sensing for you, Cancer. Card of Leo, it is about victory, it is about celebration as well, but also celebrating yourself and celebrating your achievements. I'm trying to see as well, some of you could be exploring the arts, so the healing arts or the entertainment arts, as a possible vocation or career. Okay. Wheel of Fortune. So yes, things are changing for you, Cancer. Things are going to be shifting. This is the card of Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So it's definitely about expansion. It's about possibility. It's about opportunity. This could be travel as well. But there's definitely something shifting in your space, and it is a major arcana. So that is really good. So if you've just been through a breakup and you are, wondering if things are ever going to turn or change, that energy is picking up momentum for you right now, Cancer. And you might find yourself exploring opportunities you never thought you would as a result of this relationship not working out in the way that you intended to, and because of the lessons that you are integrating from this connection. Okay, this message is definitely, it's not going to resonate for every Cancer out there, but it was quite specific. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. This could also be why you are being a little defensive is that you can sense that not everyone around you has the same or has good intent. I just want to read this card to you, Cancer. Surround yourself with positive people and experiences and environments that make you feel safe. Call on your angels, guides, and ancestors to bring you protection. Arrows have long been revered as symbols of protection, as many native peoples would use the bow and arrow as a weapon of defense. When an arrow appears in meditation or dreams or an oracle reading, it's a sign you need to protect yourself and what is important to you, because not everyone has the same intentions as you do. This doesn't mean that people are intentionally wanting to hurt you, but they could be careless in their choices and actions, and this could affect you. There are energies around you that could lower your vibration, and it's important you become aware of them and aren't brought down by them. If you are in a situation where you feel that not everything is as clear as it seems, trust your intuition. There are energies in your current situation that aren't fully aligned with your intentions and your goals, or with kindness. Follow your intuition about whom to trust and what to trust. If you can take time to retreat or to step out of a situation to assess what is going to be beneficial for you, do so. In any event, this is a time to call on the energy of protection and to place yourself in a space that feels safe. Okay, Cancer, I hope that resonated. So definitely boundaries, again, important to keep your heart open, but also to have those boundaries in place, which is a very protective energy. Masculine and feminine energy here. All right, Cancer, I hope that helped in some way for some of you and resonated. If you'd like a personal reading or a deep dive, I do 30-minute and 60-minute readings. They can be online or in person if you are in Johannesburg, but I do them pre-recorded, and you will have a link which you can keep forever, and that is one option. Depending on the time zone, also a live Zoom call. But if you feel called to do a personal reading, my details are in the description box below, and sending you so much love, Cancer. Thank you for being here.